All our objects in place on the screen and the media elements. Time to write our code now, which is going to make our program work. Okay, so to create the code, we go up to choose the blocks option, and let's think what we want to do. We want to click on the Mr. Burns picture, and when we do that, we want to pick the image that we put in place to change its property to show the Mr. Burns picture. So let's go ahead and do that. If we go over to blocks on the left hand side, then we have the button for Mr. Burns, which when we choose that option, then we have at the top the click property. So we simply put that block in place. Now when we click the button, the picture should change on the image. So of course, because we've given them sensible names, it makes these things easy to find. IMG Simpsons, and we want to set, the property is going to be the picture. So we're going to choose to set the picture to, now we want to set it to, just a quick look in the designer view, where we put the media, it's burns.png. So the way we do that, when we go back to the blocks, is we choose one of the built-in blocks, and it's simply the text block, and the very top one, which we click and we put in place, and we simply type burns.png. We must spell this exactly as we put the media object in, and that basically is our first snippet of code, so that when we click in here, click Mr. Burns, and we get the image changes to this picture here. Let's do one more and we'll leave you to do the final one. So for the Homer button, we want to click here and we want the picture to change to Homer. So we go to BTN Homer. When we click it, so we drag that on, we want the picture, so that's the image, to change to, there we go, and this one, again, use the text tool. This one's going to be homer.png. And now that's all we have to do. We don't need to save it. When we click on it, we get Homer. When we click on Mr. Burns, we get Mr. Burns. Okay, what you're going to do now is you're going to set these two buttons here. So when we click on the Bart button, it should show us Bart, and what the reset button should do, it should give us the original picture of the Simpson family again. So if you go ahead and do that, then we'll get back and do the next part of this first exercise.